guys, welcome to a new episode of the Royal Parks Half Marathon training series. Because yes, I am back running now. If you watched the last video, then you know I had the mole removed and I had to stop exercising for a little while. But I am back now. Hopefully now, no more setbacks until the Royal Parks Half Marathon race, which is in just a little over a month. The focus this week is very much on building the volume back up, getting back into the swing of things. So I am testing a new pair of shoes today. I was kind of gifted the Nike Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex, the latest version of the Nike Pegasus Trail shoes. These shoes are meant to allow you to switch from the road to the trails, and they're especially designed to run in wet conditions. So today I've been running on mixed terrains. I've done a bit of my usual tarmac path and then I went onto the more traily, grassy path, and the ground is a little bit wet. I think it's been raining overnight, so pretty good conditions to give the shoes a first test run. Wednesday and it's long run day, the first long run in 3 weeks. I will aim to do 18k, but to be honest, I'll be happy with anything over 15k for today. And I'm switching things up. I'm doing something different. I'm gonna go to Epping Forest to run on the trails wearing the Nike Pegasus Trail shoes. It has rained a little bit overnight. It might rain this morning. Hopefully I don't get rained on too much, but at least I will experience the shoes in the conditions they are made for. So yes, trail running today. Right, I've just done 6 and a bit k on the road to reach the forest. I mean, now I think what I'm going to do is do the rest of the run in the forest and then take the bus back home. Otherwise I would have spent most of the run on the road and not really on the trails. In, I am having a great time on this run. This forest is really nice. I'm really enjoying this run and I'm getting on with the shoes quite well. These shoes really have a good grip because I've been on muddy ground, on wet grass, and yet I haven't tripped up. So these shoes are doing a good job at keeping me on my feet. You guys know I'm very much a road runner, but since going to a few trail-like park runs, I've been wanting to, broaden my horizons a bit and maybe get a little bit less on the roads and a little bit more on the trails. So when I had the opportunity to receive and review the Nike React Pegasus Trail 4, of course I accepted. And after a couple running these, I thought I would share with you my first impressions. Bear in mind, this is from my perspective. I am a beginner when it comes to trail running. Also, of course, London is not exactly the hotspot for trail running, but we can find a few places like the Epping Forest I went to. And yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of elevation, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what these shoes are worth on a hilly technical trail, but I can tell you what they feel like on all sorts of terrains because I've been on the road, grass, muddy paths, gravels. It had rained overnight, so it was quite wet on the ground. So what I like about these shoes: first, they come up quite high at the ankle, which avoids, having dirt and gravel and all sorts of things getting inside the shoes. Another good thing about these shoes is that they have the Nike React technology, which is basically a responsive foam. I knew that it was great on the road. I can confirm it is also great on the trails. I think it is what contributed to keeping me feeling stable on very uneven terrain. I was a little worried about falling over because I am much more confident on tarmac and it was muddy and wet on the ground and everything, but I think these shoes, obviously I don't have a point of comparison, but I would say they have a pretty good grip because they kept me on my feet. And of course, a great thing about these shoes is that they can transition from road to trails, which is great when you live in an area where you've got to be on the road in order to then hit the trails. This is because there's less rubber on these shoes than pure trail running shoes, so it makes running on the road still very comfortable. So all in all, really happy with these shoes. This is making me want to do more trail running. I'm not an expert, but I would recommend them for someone like me who's kind of like toe dipping into trail running. So I'll have a link of these shoes in the description if you want to check them out. Sunday morning, final run of the week. Right, so let's do a recap. So this week started with an easy 8k run on Monday, and then another easy 8k on Tuesday. Well, actually it was more like 8.5, 8.6k. That's when I tested the trail shoes for the first time. Wednesday was the long run, 18k, mostly in Epping Forest, as you've seen. And then Thursday was a day of running, and I was quite happy to have a day off because my legs were a bit sore and tired. I think it's the combination of not having done the long run for 3 weeks and also not being used to the trails and the uneven terrain, probably, you know, mobilizing the leg muscles in a different way that they're not used to. But Friday I was back running with an easy 8k. I was also able to go back to the gym on Friday morning after 2 weeks off. It feels really good to have running and the gym back in my life. Hopefully I can go back to the pool next week. I've just been a bit cautious with swimming because I still have a couple stitches hanging on, so I wasn't too sure if I could get in the pool, to be honest. And yesterday, Saturday, I went to parkrun. I didn't take the camera, I didn't film, because I went to Finsbury Parkrun, which you have seen several times on my channel. It used to be my go-to parkrun before I started exploring different parkruns in London. It was nice to push the pace again. So I think my pace was 4 minutes 24 per k, so right about tempo pace. Did the parkrun in about 22 minutes. Happy to have finished 4th female. It was a busy one, as always, in Finsbury Park. 480 parkrunners yesterday. With the warm-up, the parkrun and the cool-down, that was about 8.5k for yesterday. And I have just finished 2 days run, which was an easy 10k. And this wraps up the week on 61k. Really pleased with that, really happy to be hitting this volume again. I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel. Obviously my legs are a bit sore, but overall I feel really good. Excited to add some more intensity next week. And there's only a few more weeks to go before it's time to taper and get ready for the race. I will go to the gym today, so that will be 2 gym workouts for the week. And I think it's technically the end of week 7, isn't it? Because week 5 was a half week, week 6 was a write-off, and week 7 is the comeback week. That's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, please subscribe. I hope everyone's training is going well, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!